Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video we're reviewing the Audi A8 L. Before we get into this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the strong Audi here in Salt Lake City, Utah for giving me some time with this A8. I'm going to include a link to the website in the description down below so you can check what they have currently. If you have any questions or need any help, just ask for Landon. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Powering this is a 3-liter turbocharged V6 that goes through an 8-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 19 around town and then 28 on the highway, with power outputs being 335 horsepower and then 369 pound-feet of torque. Now, before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, you guys can see how it's flat there in the center, and then notice the sharp lines on either side. I think that looks really cool. And then the headlight design on this is pretty crazy. There's a lot happening. Here's kind of a closer look at that. And then you guys can see down below with this blacked out trim piece. Notice the grille is pretty much all blacked out, including the Audi badge. And putting it all together, well, it looks like an Audi, but gigantic, right? Now around the side here, our tire wheel setup is 265, 35, 21 in the front and over in the rear. And you guys can see with the wheels completely blacked out. Same thing with the brake caliper as well. Got your S-line badge here on the side, and then notice the blacked out trim there at the very bottom. And then all of the window trim is also blacked out. And then here's the full side view with the A8L. It's definitely long. Now taking a look at the key fob, we have our lock and unlock function. We have the opening for the trunk as well as the Audi logo there at the bottom. And popping into said trunk, it is quite spacious indeed. Now this is still a car at the end of the day, so the vertical space isn't massive, but I mean, you could still fit quite a bit back here. And because this is a luxury car, just press that button and that will lower the trunk right back down. Interesting that there's no spoiler here in the back, but look at the taillight, how it goes into like a light bar. You can see A8L there, and then the blacked out Audi badge. Putting it all together, I think this is definitely more stealth for a full-size luxury sedan. I mean, especially when you compare it to the S-Class or the Genesis G90. Now, taking a look at the door panel in the rear, really nice leather trim here, and then you guys can see the sunshade, and then look at the wood trim down below. And then I love the little insert here, and yes, we do have the little random storage space right there. And I do believe the A8 comes with like the heated armrest. I don't know if they're on the back as well, but I'm pretty sure they're on the front. Anyways, we've got all of our controls here for the windows, sunshades, all of that, so lots of controls right there. And then you guys can see you get your memory seats here, and you also have like the lounge mode as well. And then here are those seats perforated all down the center portion. I love the soft touch trim on the side. Now this is a limo at the end of the day, so tons of legroom. You guys can see a little storage pocket, and then I love the wood trim here at the top. And then you guys can see you've got some vents back here, got some 12 volts as well. And then we actually have our own little like infotainment screen basically back here to control everything. Still has the plastic covering on it, but notice heated and cooled seats, dual zone climate. And you got a bunch of seat adjustments, which, yeah, it's crazy all the stuff this has. And then you got nice storage here in the center console. You got nice trim on top, and these seats, by the way, are really comfortable. And then we do get our own sunroof here in the back. It looks like we have we got a mirror. I don't need to pull that down though, because we're gonna hide my ugly face. But yeah, nice headliner. It's not like suede or anything, but it's still pretty premium feeling. Now taking a look at the front door panel, you guys can see again soft touch trim here, and then look at the wood trim down below, and then yes, still have the storage. All of our window controls right here, mirror adjustments, memory seats, blind spot monitoring with the mirrors too. And then take a look at the front seat, perforated all down the center portion. Love the design. All of our adjustments on the side. We also have our massage seat function, and then we've got all of our light controls here, and then look at the wood trim on the dash. Now this is the fun part. So press this, obviously that will turn on, but also, wait for it, you can see the vents. It opens up, so the wood trim, yeah, it's cool. Now take a look at the steering wheel. Nice soft touch trim all around. Paddle shifters in the back for the 8-speed. And yeah, just pretty premium look overall. We got practical controls like your voice command controls. You've got your controls for the center stack, and then it has all the regular stocks there on the back. Now taking a look at the gauge cluster, full digital gauge cluster here in the center. It's Audi's virtual cockpit, so if I press the view button, it'll change how it looks. Yeah, it's still a really solid system to this day. Now this does have a 360 camera system, which is really nice because this is a very large car, so that'll definitely help out with parking. You even have the 3D view here on top of that. And then as for the rest of the infotainment system, it's Audi's normal unit, which has all these tabs that keep popping up, but responds at a pretty quick pace. It's easy to use overall. And so, yeah, I'd say great system. And up top, soft touch trim on the dash, and then you guys can see the heads-up display there, and the nice wood trim that goes in the vent area. And yeah, that's nice. Quattro right there. And then with the glove box, yeah, soft touch trim. We do have the secondary screen for like the climate controls, the heated and ventilated seats, and you get your drive mode selected down below that. So if you press this, it'll actually pop up here. So you can see the different drive modes. They keep it pretty simple. This does have parking assist too, another nice feature. Then you got this piano black trim that covers up like the cup holders, 12-volt shifter there for the 8-speed automatic. Got your parking brake behind it. And then we've got the 2-lid thing for the center console, USBs inside as well. And nice soft touch trim here on the top. And then you guys can see we've got the controls here for the sunroof. So here's our window sticker for this A8L. You guys can see the standard equipment here. Base price, $88. And then we've got quite a few packages on it. Total MSRP, $106,460. Let's see how it drives. Let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's visibility over the hood, and hope you can see the heads-up display, both the mirrors, throughout the rest of the rear, and got to push the seat back a little bit. But let us set off in the A8 L, the big Audi, the luxury Audi. And so we'll talk about, you know, how this compares to stuff like the Genesis G90, the Mercedes S-Class. And yeah. First off, seat comfort's really good. It's very quiet too. Oh, suspension's so floaty. Love the comfort feel that it provides. I feel like I've driven this powertrain so many times today. This is my third vehicle today that has this powertrain. So yeah, I guess it's popular, right? But yeah, so far really smooth with the suspension. This bumpy road's always a good kind of test of everything. Oh yeah, nice. Nice suspension setup. Yeah, the damping's done very well on this. Wow. Impressive. I don't know if it's quite as comfortable as S-Class or BMW 7 Series. But it's really good. It's still very luxurious. It's crazy. Yeah, just crazy how smooth this is. It's really nice, actually. The cabin's so quiet. Like, it really does isolate you from the rest of the world. Yeah, they've done a very good job with the luxury car side of things with this. Even though, like I said, it's not quite, you know, S-Class level, but it's been done well. So pop it into dynamic for our acceleration portion. Get a little bit more aggressive. Smooth. Yes, it's one of those cars where it's so big that it just takes a second for everything to go through the car itself, or the acceleration. So like, yeah, it's a cool feel. It's a cool feel. Get another little acceleration here. Woo! I do think the V8 would be better suited for this car, but it's still done well. There we go, pop into comfort again. So to cap things off, here's the deal. I do think this interior feels like the build quality is a bit better than the G90. G90 obviously has crazier looks, so it does have that going for it. But yeah, that's kind of that on that part. I think this interior feels like it's a little bit better build quality. And you know, compared to Mercedes and BMW, again, not as flashy, but just it feels well built, it feels luxurious. This is kind of more my style, where it's not so flashy, but it's just nice. I think that's a good balance. And then, yeah, in terms of how it drives, super comfortable. And again, $100,000 is a lot for a car, but you know, in this segment, you know, G90 is $100,000 now. BMW 7 Series and Mercedes S-Class are, you know, 130 range. And so, yeah, I mean, at this point, it's a very good value in the segment. Again, it doesn't have the crazy tech the BMW and the Mercedes have, but it has enough, in my opinion, in terms of tech, and it's luxurious enough. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on the A8L, and let me know if you'd go for this over the competition.